You can call me Mystic Mike because I predict these things.
Ivana Petrović takes on Juliana Miller this Saturday at UFC Fight Night Des Moines, Iowa to open up the prelims. And I think this is going to be a fun fight to start the night off. Juliana Miller taking some time off since her last fight in the UFC, which was in August of 2023 against Luana Santos, where she lost by standing TKO in round 1. Lost to Veronica Hardy before that by decision and beat Brogan Walker in her UFC debut to win the Ultimate Fighter series. So not a lot of experience from Juliana Miller. She's 3-3. Comes out quickly, not afraid to really get in your face and scrap, throws with really bad intentions, sets a high pace. Just can be kind of sloppy. She was getting hurt by Luana Santos in that fight. She just started kind of winging punches, kind of fighting for her life, basically falling back into the cage, and just wasn't the best look. And her fight against Veronica Hardy, kept getting taken down, was just getting outpaced and outpointed by Veronica Hardy. Had a good showing against Brogan Walker, getting the ground and pound win in that fight, but I don't really rate Brogan Walker that high, honestly. So the jury's up on Juliana Miller. In my opinion, hasn't looked the best since she entered the UFC, but again, she's young, 28 years old, taking some time off. Maybe she's made some big improvements come this weekend. But taking on Ivana Petrović, who I think is very good. She's 30 years old. She's 5'8" with a 71-inch reach, so she's going to be 2 inches taller and have a 5-inch reach advantage over Juliana Miller, which is going to be pretty substantial because she's a really good striker. She's southpaw, former K1 kickboxer. Started training when she was like 17 years old, so very long and rangy with good striking, moves very well in and out of the pocket, good clinch work, and very good takedowns. For having a K1 kickboxing base, she has very good grappling, like 7 takedowns in her last 3 fights. Her last fight with Jamie Lynn Horth, who's also a very good grappler and big for the division. She had a lot of success on the feet, getting her takedowns, defending submissions, dishing out ground and pound. I think she was robbed in that fight. I think it was in Canada, and they gave Jamie Lynn Horth like a 30. Yeah, it was in Canada. And they gave Jamie Lynn Horth, like, one of the judges gave her a 30-27, which is just absurd. I probably wouldn't think it was such a bad robbery if it would have been at least 29-28, but I think Jamie Lynn Horth did enough to win 2 of those rounds to get that decision. But the fight before that against Na Leong, again, working her takedowns, doing very well in that fight, ended up getting an arm triangle choke in that one. Before that, lost to Luana Carolina, but I think Luana Carolina is pretty good. I think she's underrated, but I just think Ivana Petrović, I think she's just going to be winning this fight everywhere. I think she's a better striker. I think she can mix in her takedowns and get them if she wants to. I just think she's better everywhere, technically. She's bigger. She has more experience in the UFC, has more experience in combat sports in general. I think Juliana Miller's only real chance in this one is to get it to the ground and use her grappling, but I rate Petrovic's grappling that I've seen in the UFC. Even though she comes from a striking background, she's really become very well-rounded. I look at her record too, and she's got a lot of submissions, ground and pound wins, KOs on the feet, so she's very versatile. She's not just a one-trick pony. Wherever I see this fight going, I think she wins. She just fought. Like I said, Miller hasn't fought since August of 2023. Petrović fought back in November. And I just think she's going to be the more composed fighter. I think she's going to be in there just, picking her shots, being strategic against Juliana Miller, who's just going to kind of come out guns blazing and look for the kill. But we've seen her get outpointed by the better fighters and Veronica Hardy. And we've seen her lose the takedown game against pure strikers and Veronica Hardy. So I just think Petrovic's going to be much better everywhere. And I think she gets this one done. I think she can finish her on the feet, on the ground, get the decision. I'm not really sure how she wins, but I'm pretty confident that she gets this one done. Thanks.